Hey guys, it is Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Have one of the greatest ballads ever written today. We're gonna learn how to do "Surfer Girl" by the Beach Boys, the amazing Brian Wilson. Just always amazing, just incredible songs over and over again. Some really cool chord progressions of this. I'm gonna show you kind of the way that Jardine actually used to play it back in the day, like really right when it was recorded. So this got some really nice stuff in it, so I hope you guys will follow along with it. Before I get into it though, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Ring that notification bell so you notice a new video and all that good stuff. And please, if you like what I do here on YouTube, check out what else I got going on online, namely my online guitar school. So it's called the GL365 Academy. You'll see a link to it in the description below, and that academy contains all of my guitar courses covering complete beginner courses to more advanced courses in technique, improvisation, ear training, theory, guitar tone, and you also get personalized support from me, and we have live chat sessions with me every week, video chat sessions so you can ask questions. It's a great little community, so please come join us. All right, so let's check out Surfer Girl. I'm in standard tuning here. And we have this quick little intro that happens with some great vocal harmonies. Alright, so we're going to start here by going open A string, 2, 4, 0, 2, 4 on the A. It's kind of a little bass line that leads into the chords. And then for the intro, we have a D major chord. And then we're going to go to an F sharp minor 7 chord. So it's just a full bar at the 2nd fret, and then put the 4th fret on the A string in front of it. Now you can just leave that bar there. We're going to go over to a B minor 7 chord. So you're just going to strum from the 5th string across though. So you're going to have that 2nd fret there, and we're going to have the 3rd fret there on the B string, and the 4th fret there on the D. And then you can go back to the F sharp minor chord, F sharp minor 7 chord we did before. Real easy. So you never had to move that bar. So we have this. And then we're going to go to, now Jardine played this G chord like this, so it's kind of the Hendrix style where thumb on the low E, 3rd fret, Hendrix style before Hendrix. Well, Hendrix was alive, but nobody knew who he was. So he didn't get it from Hendrix. So the 3rd fret there on the B, 4th fret on the G, and 5th fret there on the D. And then we have that root note there happening on the low E string. So that's a G major. We're muting the A string there, by the way. You can mute it with the top of the ring finger there, or reach over and mute it with the thumb as well. And then what we're going to do, you can keep this chord here. You just go to the open E in the bass instead of the thumb here on the 3rd fret. Just open E. Now you're gonna have to mute the A now with this, or you can do it like that. But he doesn't do that. He's muting the A string with the tip of his ring finger, and then we have that G major on top of that, right? So that makes an E minor 7 chord. So that's open E, then the 5th fret on the D, G. And then 4th fret on the G, 3rd fret there on the B. And then from there, we're going to end it with the same chord we did here, the G major, but up here at the 5th fret for the A major chord. So we have this. Alright, then we have the verse. Midnight that. So it's kind of the rhythm is just, you can do it all down strings. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you can do it 1, 2, 3. Kind of that kind of feel. All right, so we're gonna start with just that D major. To a B minor chord. So this is going to be, now he plays it like this. I'm going to do a regular B minor. So we have just the bar at the 2nd fret there, across the from the A string to the high E. Then in front of that bar, we have the 3rd fret there on the B, 4th fret on the G, and then 4th fret there on the D. And then he goes to that same G he does earlier. We did earlier in the intro, and then move it to the A as well. So we have this. Now from here, it's really nice. Goes to a D major 7 chord. So it's an open D string. Now, even though he's here, he doesn't play it here. Doesn't do the D major 7, he does it down here. So open D string, and then you're going to bar the 2nd fret across the G, B, and the high E. Now from that D major 7, they turn it into a D dominant 7. Really beautiful. So we have this, now it's basically the note on the B string is taken down to the 1st fret. So I have the open D, 2nd fret there on the G, 1st fret on the B, and 2nd fret on the high E string. So with this. And then we're going to go over to a G major chord. Now once again, he plays it like this, which is probably harder than just doing the regular bar. But if you want to do it like Jardine did, it's that same G, and then he makes it a bar across the 3rd fret of the B and the G. But you can just kind of get those same notes and another one, a couple more, and the full bar at the 3rd fret there on the across all 6 strings, the 4th fret there on the G, 5th fret on the D, and the A. That's G major. Then they take that and just lift up the 2nd finger to make it a G minor. Did you know that you can actually do that? Yeah, it's very musical. So we have this. All right, so far we have this. All right, then back to the same chords. So went back to the D, B minor, G, A, and then they just do that B minor, G, A again. So that little variation, that D major 7, the D7, the G minor, that happened the 2nd time through. But other than that, you're playing the same progression the 1st, 3rd, and 4th time. So the whole thing is like the chord progression 4 times. That 2nd time is when you have that variation, those chords. So here we go, one more time for it. Then we go back through the same thing again. I have watched you on the shore, standing by the ocean's blue. Do you love me? when it's transitioning to the bridge, instead of, so the fourth time through the progression in the second verse, instead of going that full D, B minor, G to A, it just does the D to G, or you can just do that G and back to the D. So D, G, D to end it, going into the bridge. So you're not gonna do that fourth time there. You're gonna do this. All right, and then we have the bridge. This looks like this. So that starts with the G to the A that we did earlier. That same D major 7 to a B minor. So we have this. Then back to the G. And then it gets to that D, the G to A to the D, and we're going to take that D now and make it a D7. So that same D7 we did earlier from that D major 7, but this time it just goes from a regular D. So we have this. We could run kind of the same thing again. Start over. G to the A to the D major 7 to the B minor. Now here we go to the ending. So it was the same as the first half of the bridge, right? So after this B minor, we just go to an E major chord, to an A major, and we're going to move that A major up to a B major chord. So that's at the first fret there on the A, and then borrowing the third fret across the D, G, and the B. So we have a modulation up a step, half step. I'm sorry. So now this is where I'm going to kind of do a little bit different than Jardine does. So he plays it down because he's got a bass line being held. He's got a full band behind him. So this is kind of like a way you can just play. If you're going to play it at just one guitar, okay, it's just solo acoustic set you got going. He plays it here. So everything he was doing basically up, just one fret. Everything we were doing just up a fret. So I'm going to change from this the where he was playing the E flat major here, or the E flat major 7, E dominant 7, moving it up here. So if you don't have a bass player playing with you, it's going to sound better to kind of play that bass note in there. Here you can't really do it; it's kind of awkward. Or so he doesn't do that, but we're going to add the bass line and we're going to move it up just to make it a little bit easier to play. So just kind of preface in that. If you want to play it like he does, just do everything we did before, up one fret. So let's jump into up here. So we're at the key change. And here I'm going to move it up to this E flat major chord. And we have this. So I say from me to I will make your dreams come true. Do you love me? Do you suffer? right, so we're going to start this in this E flat major chord. So we have this 6th fret on the A string, then 8th fret across the D, G, and the B. Same rhythm. Then this goes down to a C minor chord. So we did B minor here. Just move everything up 1 fret to the 3rd fret. And you can do the Jardine version of that, which is just that A flat major chord. So we were doing G to A. We're going to be at A flat here. So it's at the 4th fret. And then move it up to 6. Or you can just do it as a bar. So we have so safe from me too. Alright, then we're going to go to this E flat major 7. Remember, he doesn't hear, but he's just doing those top 3 notes, and these are the bass notes being held by Brian. But we're going to be up here to try to get that bass note in there too, just make it sound a little fuller for one guitar. So that's going to be that's going to be 6th fret on the A, 8th fret on the D, 7th on the G, and 8th on the B. So that's an E flat major 7. Then we're going to make this a dominant 7 by, you need to bar at the 6th fret here. And then after you get that bar on the 6th fret, you just pick up the middle finger. So that note on the G string went down to the 6th fret, and that made it a dominant 7 chord. Then we're going to go to the A flat major chord, and then make it A flat minor. It's beautiful. So we have this. So safe from me too. I will make your dreams come true. And then we're going to go back to the E flat. A flat, so the same progression, E flat to C minor, A flat to B flat, and they pause. And then the rest of the song there is just going to be E flat to C minor, A flat, B flat, so the same chords we just did. And there's, you know, amazing vocals over it. So you can do it there, like I said, you can do it here. Like Jardine did it. Like I said, he's got a whole band with him, so it's easier. It all comes together, sounds great with them. But if you have like one acoustic guitar or whatever, he's actually playing this on an electric. If you just have one guitar though, it's probably better move it up and thicken it up so you can add that root note in. But they're still the exact same note. Just add the E flat in the bass. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. It is a beautiful song, classic song, and I just loved working it out for you guys. Alright, I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.